I'm joined here by Conor Cleary. We're here in the Woodstock at the Kilmaley Media Night ahead of their Munster final appearance, which will be on Sunday week. Conor, thanks for joining us here.
No bother, Nicholas.
How's the form like, Conor? Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, so really looking forward to it. After winning Clare, I suppose it was a big relief, but we kind of got a whole jail against more Bohardin and play well with Leicester, so we're really looking forward to the final now.
Yeah, it's a big day for the parish, like it's a big day for Kilmaley. A Munster final. I know you've played in big matches yourself, Munster finals and under 21s and All Irelands, but this is a big day for club wise.
Yeah, I suppose to get a chance to play in a Munster club final with your club is a great thing, and I suppose even for the young lads going to the games and stuff will really kind of spark their interest, maybe, and that we're kind of going well at the moment and playing these kind of big games, that you hope that it would influence the younger lads in the community to keep it going. Like, I know that they've had a lot of good success over the last few years, but it's I suppose we're taking steps in the right direction, and hopefully it'll impact positively on the younger players in.
Yeah. You'll be familiar with a few of the Conturk players, Anthony Ash, of course, we know a stranger to you, and they've Lachlan McLaughlin and Anthony Walsh, is it?
Aidan Walsh.
Aidan Walsh, sorry, yeah. You know them lads fairly well, from maybe even before the county scene, like.
Yeah, sure. They played for Cork for years, all of them, and 3 serious hurlers in fairness, but they've a lot more talent too in the team. They've the Cork and 21 centre back, and I think the corner forward as well is very lively. So, the Cork teams, they always can offer the same thing. They play with pace, and they really believe in their ability, that they'll hurt you. Like, so, I suppose going to the game next week, we know it's going to be a fast-paced game, and they seem very physical as well. So, we know what to expect from them.
If you had a tough game against Maru Bohart, they had their tough game against the Kerry champions. So, I think they'd admit that they were happy to get out of that one.
Yeah, but they're the Kerry senior champions at the end of the day, like, and even for playing Kerry last in 2017 in the Waterford Crystal, like, their standard of hurling is definitely improving there, like, like, you expect the Kerry senior champions to be a very strong team, and it is no surprise that the game against Conturk was so close, because I suppose when we won Clare, looking at the Munster Intermediate champions, or looking at the Munster Intermediate Championship, you would say that the Kerry team were going to be strong, so it was no surprise that the rank Conturk so close.
I think Kilmaley, not to be confused with yourself, I think they went to the final last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah. So there'll be no false sense of security there, to say that Conturk had to fight really hard to get into the Munster final. So the game itself is going to be on the Gaelic grounds, and that's a pitch where a good few year players would have played underage there, maybe, and yourself have played there as well. Like, so, it's good to the on the Gaelic grounds, I'd say, from Kilmaley viewpoint.
Yeah, I suppose I think the final is usually on Meadow because it was Cork team, and this year I don't think it could be on there. But it's great to be playing the Gaelic grounds. Like, I suppose it's very similar to Cusack Park. It's a big wide open field, and in fairness, for the big games down there, they always had to pitch in really good nicks. So it's going to be, there's no excuses there next Sunday. Like, the pitch is going to be a good nick, and it's very similar to Cusack Park. So, and as you said, a lot of our lads have played there before, so there's a lot of familiarity with it. So we'll be ready for it.
You're playing at centre back, I suppose, especially the game against Dunrin, and maybe all year. When you look down, you can see forwards who are well able to score and get their points. There was a great spread of scores the last day in particular, where players picked up 3 and 4 points each, like, and Mikey O'Malley at midfield. So that must be very pleasing for Kilmaley to have those type of forwards.
Yeah, it is. We know there's even there's lads in the bench, like, they're chomping at the bit that will do the same job as in-boys, and we know we have serious men up front, but it's about I suppose from the backline's perspective about just getting good ball into them, and, like, in fairness to them as well, they're very good at creating space. So even if at times you don't even need to hit the ball direct to them, just hit into the space, and they'll get the ball, and they're all very accurate when they get the ball to their hands. So it is a great asset, and I suppose hopefully Sunday they can keep it going, because all year they have been excellent.
Yeah. It was a bit of pill for you to swallow last year when you went down. It's so tight at senior in Clare, like, and you just got off the best start last year, but somehow you gelled together and you said to yourself, we're going to get back up there, like, and that's what you've worked really hard, from what I've heard. it must be a lot of credit due to the management team as well in that.
Yeah, there is, I suppose. Like, it was no fault of the management teams that we went down last year. PJ and them lads done great work with us as well. But I suppose Conor came in this year and he brought great structure in as well, adding on to the work that PJ done. And lads just worked really hard all year, like starting from January with the gym work, and then there was no stone left unturned for the year then. But I suppose a big thing was too that for the development of the club, it was very important for. As I was saying to you before, we've had a lot of underage success, and it's very important for the club to be a senior club with the players we have coming through, and we're fortunate to have them players coming through. But that was a big driving force for our point of view as well to get back up senior, because I suppose them players coming up need community to be a senior club.
Yeah, which you're in bonus territory now, but I mean Munster finalists, Munster middle, like I know you have Munster medals, but there's a lot in the team there who might never again get a chance to play in the Munster final, so it's a huge day, a huge game, like.
Yeah, especially with your club, like, you know, so you don't know when these days are going to come around again, and you just really have to just go out, enjoy it, express yourself, and just, I suppose, I really think we're at a stage now that we are doing that in the last two games. You can see, I suppose, especially in our forwards, the way they're playing, they're just going out and expressing themselves, and like next Sunday, I don't think they've any nerves, like lads are just really looking forward to really trying to showcase how good we are, so hopefully we can do that on Sunday.
Yeah, so everyone is looking forward to this now. They're all out down in Kilmaley, put up the buncheons, and I think most of the cattle down there are painted blue and white now, about sheep and all that.
Yeah, I think there's a few Kilmaley flags appearing around Dina as well in Kilmaley in them places.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but they could have been blown up there during the storm, I'm not sure, but I'm sure the people of Ida Kilnamona will be supporting you now that you're representing Clare now as well as representing the club. So.
Yeah, I suppose that's always great. In fairness, the other clubs in Clare, like anyone you talk to, have wished us the best of luck, and they're really behind us, and no more so than like we were behind the bridge last Sunday. We really wanted them to win, like, you know. So it is great. It really does give you great confidence going forward when you know that the whole Clare is behind you, like, so. Yeah.
Would there be a few blue white flags out there on the Ballard Road, or I wonder?
At the top of the Ballard Road, yeah, Kilcochran to be one or two of them hanging up.
Yeah, I met a very happy woman out there after the unwin game. Anyway, I met your mother out in the field. She was very pleased.
Yeah, she's a great supporter. In fairness to her, she loves me win as well. So she's always out in the field after we win.
Yeah, and her brother, of course, has just have to win the senior county medal. Am I right in that?
Her nephews, two nephews, Dermot and Inda, and her.
Yeah, her nephew, sorry, yeah. So a lot of sport going on at the moment in the Cleary household.
Yeah, that's great. And in fairness to Les, especially young Dermot, he did a great year in his first year senior at Camurray. So who knows what'll happen tomorrow against Dr. Crokes? Like, they definitely have stuff to beat him. So they're a fair side.
Yeah. So it's winding down now this week, taking things, just putting the final piece of the jigsaw together, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose we've between Clare Cup and Munster Club, we've a lot of games played over the last few weeks, and I suppose this week was kind of just maybe freshening up from that. There was all kind of sore bodies from maybe 7 or 8 weeks on the road together. But next week will be the same, as we're keeping sharp. I suppose in 2 weeks before the final, you're not going to improve that much. Like, I suppose the real work has been done throughout the year, so it's just about sharpening up and I suppose getting the minds right, and just for on Sunday week then just go out and enjoy it and express ourselves, and you're getting a chance to play with the people you started hurling with your best friends. So I suppose that's the kind of attitude we're going to take and just try to do our best for the club.
Well, that's fantastic, Conor. We're all really looking forward to this now, and another big day before Christmas, and it'd be nice to have the cup back in Kilmaley for you. So thanks very much for talking to me.
No worries.
And I wish you the very best.
Lovely. Thank
Thanks
you.
a minute. Thanks.